Welcome to the Doctor's Mentor Show. If you believe that medicine is an industry and not a profession, if you enjoy submitting complex reimbursement claims, or you would do another residency just for fun, be advised, you're about to be offended. You should probably leave now.
All this talk about mentoring doctors is ridiculous. I thought doctors learned to do everything better than everyone else the first year of medical school. At least that's the way they act.
If you love assisting patients with vitality breakthroughs, if the right to practice medicine without interference is important, and you want expert tips for practice freedom and profits to support your epic life, welcome aboard and prepare to be blown away. The Doctor's Mentor Show starts now. Here's your host, Dr. Lori Barr.
Hey, it's Dr. Lori Barr, and it's another question that doctors ask me about new media and podcasting and shows, and that's, how do I produce my episodes? You really have 4 choices for producing your raw audio. You know, you've recorded your episode, which is a lossless audio file, if possible, and you've got your audio bits that I call them, your intro, your outro, all those reusable pieces of audio that you've got digital files of that are also either .wav or aiff files. So now how do you put that all together? Number 1, you can do it yourself with audio or video editing software. So for example, I really like to use ScreenFlow. Now there is an app that used to be usable on the iPhone called BossJock. Awesome app. You could put your whole show together right there on the app. Not currently working as a new version. Rumor has it that they're going to bring out a new version. If they do, I'm going to hug somebody's neck because it's a great app. So I really hope to see those guys go ahead and update their software because that little app is awesome. And so back to your choices. You can do it with do-it-yourself audio or video editing software right on your computer or on your device, iPad, iPhone, other smartphones, or on your laptop or desktop computer. There are free tools like Audacity. I prefer to use ScreenFlow, which is a video editor. And even when I'm doing audio, I still use ScreenFlow because it's the program I know the best. I don't use it for all the parts, but for my initial edit, I usually do. Camtasia is another video editing program that can also handle audio. I really like Fission, the Fission program by Rogue Amoeba. It's a great Apple program for editing audio. And then there's a lot more expensive choices that you can use. Adobe products are great, of course, for the pro. Even if I'm going to pass on my file to another source for the final production, I still clean up the initial with do-it-yourself software of some sort so that I can edit out anything I don't want to include in the episode. So once the files are cleaned up, you have more choices. You can go ahead and do the final edit and add your intro, outro, and your segment introductions and your sponsorship pieces and all those things. You can do that right in the same type programs all yourself if it's worth your time. You can hand that off to an assistant who you train to do that on your software. You can upload it to a cloud-based editing program. Alitu is my favorite, where you produce, tag, and upload to your host, your podcast host. Or you can clean up your files with AV software and then pay an audio or video producer to put the pieces together. You know, by putting the pieces together, we're talking about dropping in your pre-recorded bits that you use over and over, doing any other edits of ums and ahs and weird sounds, background noise, doing mixing so that the recordings that you do of your voice match the amplitudes and the brightness and all that kind of thing with your pre-recorded sounds. And then also they're going to do your ID3 tagging. We've talked about that, those little extra pieces of data that tell everybody on the internet who's accessing the digital file that it's your particular audio file, this specific file, and not just any audio file laying around. And then the other thing you can do at the very highest end of what you would pay to have somebody do it, you can just upload your raw file and give it to somebody and let them do all of it. They can put your whole show together. So 4 choices: do it all yourself is at one end of the spectrum. Let somebody else do all of it is at the other end of the spectrum. And then you've got a couple of choices in between. That's how easy it is to produce an episode. You can use one or all of these. I use one and all of these. I mix it and match it, depending on what my needs are. And you can too.
Your next step.
If you have questions, please go to thedoctorsmentor.com and leave me a voice message so that I can answer your questions. And if you're interested in learning how easy this can be, I've got a gift for you. So definitely go to thedoctorsmentor.com, leave me a message, schedule an appointment with me, and let's talk. I'm Dr. Lori Barr. One idea is all it takes to change your world.
Are you stopping at a hospital? Hello? Don't you know that hospitals are one of the sickest places on the planet? Don't touch anything in there and get out as fast as you can.